and Government Reform Committee, Texas Congressman Pete Sessions. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.
Lydia, thank you very much. These are important questions, not only that you're talking about, but that you're raising because they are constitutionally bound.
So what do you say to people that say, you know what, he was an old man, he's not the president anymore, let sleeping dogs lie? What do you say to that, sir?
Well, from the time the President Biden was elected until the time that was the night of the next debate that was against Donald Trump in 24, the White House, on official business and under their even duly operating procedures of cabinet officers, made statements that supported the president, not only his mental fitness, but his mental health. And we could see otherwise with him falling. We could see with his misuse of words. We could see a lot of things that came to light. But in fact, there are lots of things that happen administratively, including decisions the president makes, that directly are affected by mental competency, your ability to handle the duties of the job. And when those are called into question, the White House hid behind not just the truth, they hid behind a desire to keep him in office. And when questions come like this, they need to be met properly, and those are done constitutionally, not only through the Congress, but also in talking to official people who are paid officers of the federal government. And they denied this, and they lied about it, and that misleading people about the health and mental fitness of a president, we will make sure is vetted. It's not just the 25th Amendment. It's the day-to-day operations. It is the ability of the person making that. And then when you combine that with the auto pen, a signature by Joe Biden that he may or may not have even known about something, then you find out that there are decisions made, the operations of the White House, of people who are not only corrupt at their nature, meaning the people who they're trying to pardon, but also the circumstances surrounding that. So it all comes into question, and I believe we have a strong case of making sure the American people understand the facts, and that is what we're trying to get at. And of course, the doctor was of no assistance in that matter.
Right, that auto pen signed more pardons, acts of clemency in a single day than any U.S. president ever in history. So many Americans, they're frustrated. They say, yeah, we knew that he was compromised. We had been banging that drum here at Newsmax for several years. The media was gaslighting us. Everyone was telling us we were wrong. He was fit and all these things. We want accountability. We were talking about it before with Joe and Victoria. We want accountability when it comes to the Russia collusion. There's been so many conspiracies, so many collusions. We want people to be held accountable. People at home, they're saying, enough with the investigations. I want someone to pay the price for what happened here, because it was a danger to our democracy, the fact that we had a mentally compromised person in the White House.
Of course it was. And of course, as you properly allude to, Lydia, that what this is about is the standing of the United States of America. I believe that what during those years of the White House, they led America to intentionally suffer the needs of the world, as America as the standard bearer for the world of not just rule of law, but the standard bearer for making wise and competent decisions. We had a president of the United States who buffooned his way through the entire presidency. He baffled people, and people could see what he was. When President Trump ran against him the first time, he hid in a basement. And these should have been indications that we knew that his mental dexterity, his ability to work through matters, was suffering. But we are now in the driver's seat, so to speak, by President Trump winning. The proof is in the pudding, and you saw that with not just Joe Biden stumbling across stage, wrecking his bicycle, falling asleep, but you saw him in a real live what was a campaign event, a debate, and he was pathetic. And that's followed up with, even after that, they continue to use an auto pen to make decisions that are completely and should be constitutionally based when it's done by the President of the United States.
And the fact that you had Joe Biden, who was a moderate, he allowed an invasion, and almost became a takeover of 20 million unvetted people from all over the world. That was, to me, the biggest sign that this is not the Joe Biden we knew for almost 50 years. Congressman, before I let you go, you were with the president yesterday touring the damage of the devastation, the floods there. It's this story. It is so gut-wrenching. As a mother myself, I have a little girl. She's 8 years old. Talk to me, sir, about the resiliency of the people in Texas. Talk to me about this.
Well, I do want to talk about that, but I first want to talk about the kindness of the president and the first lady to come. They took their time out, not just to come, but to listen to families who, in their grieving, the president understood this. It's not just a father, you're a mother. I'm a grandfather, so I'm a father and a grandparent. And each of these things came to play. I think the president and the first lady were magnanimous to spend not just time listening, but caring about others. So the circumstances that we have down in Kerr County, Texas, have been devastating. Anyone that's able to look at this, we had floodwaters that were 50 feet high in a very closed area, maybe 100 yards across, and this mowed down everything in its way. And this left all these people in about 100-mile area defenseless against a 50-foot tidal of water. So the president came. He was very kind and gracious. It was well received. Only the media chose to attack Donald Trump that day. And I will tell you what, the people of Texas saw it firsthand. And we will remember people who came there for another reason.
Congressman Sessions, thank you so much for joining us, sir. We'll
You're
continue
very kind.
Thank you.
Don't forget, grab your little girl when you go home tonight and remind her how important and special she is as you drop to your knee to give thanks to God for us being one nation under God.
Absolutely. She is my pride and joy and the best thing that ever happened. Children are a gift from God, indeed. Thank you so much, Congressman, for joining us. Thank you.